This episode is brought to you by Monkey Nutrition. It seems like it's a hard quality to teach someone humility unless you give them an ayahuasca trip or, they have real suffering.
Ayahuasca, I can tell you a bit out with Joe Rogan. I'm not a big fan of ayahuasca kind of stuff. I know that makes me controversial. This is one of these social memes, all the drug stuff. Look, I'll touch on that briefly. My best friend is one of the top neurobiologists, spent his life studying the brain, and he's like, the blood-brain barrier, man, that thing exists for a reason. Be careful when you bypass the blood-brain barrier. Right. Heroin, cocaine, sugar bypasses it.
Yeah, but what about these dangerous cognitive biases we picked up?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's misleading people. People are trying to use ayahuasca to get, I'm like, you don't need ayahuasca to do these. In fact, this will not help you with the stuff. I'm not going to get into a long argument about it because most people are already sure it's good for them. I would just say Mother Nature laughs last, my friend. You bypass the blood-brain barrier too often, you are playing with fire of the ultimate order. And one day when you dance around the fire too much, you will trip and fall in the fire. And then the fire goes from being your friend to being the worst way to die.
Okay, that's a fair enough observation. Yeah. I would assert that people go there because these cognitive biases have weighed them down so heavy that they just don't know why they're doing what they're doing anymore. They don't know why they're buying the thing on TV that's shown to us with the girl. They don't know why they're going to the job, and so they use that to just shake themselves up.
Yeah, but the problem is the answers are not within. I record, one of the most controversial things I've ever talked about is that concept. This is, again, height of egocentricity. Why are the answers all within? You and I didn't have E equals MC squared in us, no matter how much we did. The dispensation of knowledge is not equal. And there are things that I know that you don't know and things you know that I don't know. And ultimately, every 500 years, Leonardo da Vinci's, Einstein's, great people come along. You're better to tap into their consciousness. There's nothing, the average person going inward, it's the blind going deeper within their blindness. And so obviously there's some innate knowledge in humans, but not really. I mean, just look at the evidence. What do you think moves the world forward? It's like Will Durant says, when we study the history of France, we're not studying the history of the common person. We're studying the history of Voltaire. The great thinkers are what move life forward, and that's hard for a lot of us to deal with. And I get a lot of pushback because we're egocentric. We're like, no, I need place and meaning in life. And I'm like, well, okay, then you can succumb to delusion bias, which is another one of the ones where we try to, I don't like that story, Tai, so I'm gonna pretend it doesn't exist. But I'm like, hey, great, then you can go into a delusional stupor. I mean, if a lot of people need to feel that the answers are within, but I don't think you have to. Go without.
Don't miss London Real. Subscribe now. This week on London Real, we have movement artist Ido Portal.
So people think it's about handstands and, jumping on the rings and doing flips or whatever, when actually our work is way, way beyond that. It's a completely different and a huge paradigm shift in the way that you think about your practice and your movement and your body. We all have a body and we all move. We have no choice. The only question is how well are you doing it? And most people just don't have the user manual for their own machinery. Changing your dogma takes guts. I don't believe in planning. I believe in reacting. I'm not a messiah. I'm a thinker. I'm a teacher. I'm a mover. I'm being Ido. I'm just trying to handle myself in that way and be genuine.
On Sunday, London Real presents Ido Portal. Just move.
Walk beside me. Don't walk behind me.